holding my phone, driving my motorcycle. It's like November 9th. I got a couple of big sticks I got to drive over here, so I'm going to put my phone in my mouth. This is how fast I'm going. How much faster than zero? Mitch from Native Survival's got a thing going today about, I watched this video there this morning about making a twig fire. So I figured I'd come out here to the paintball field and I'd make myself a twig fire in under a minute. I got all kinds of twigs, piles of them. So, like I said, I'm out here on the paintball field. I'm still driving my motorcycle. This is the same one I brought the deer home on. She's nothing fancy for a rig, but it's like a 1982 250 Honda. I love her. She's a great bike. It's been a good bike. It's got a lot of kilometers on it now, but it's been a good bike. Again, I need my clutch hand back, so I'm going to go back. Well, actually, no, I don't. Not yet. Our paintball field was built on an old army base out in DeBert, so we got paved roads all the way through here, but I mean they haven't really been fixed or used for since the 1940s or something, 1950s, maybe 60s. So I'm gonna go right back there, I think, and make my fire. Anyway, folks, Robert here. That's what I'm doing today. Mitch from Native Survival's got a thing going where we make a twig fire, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make a twig fire and see if I can't make it under a minute. Anyway, I'm off driving my motorcycle through the woods, having a great fun. Anyway, I need two hands because I got to turn around. Bye. That's my old bike there, folks. Just an old beat up 250. She's rednecked out severely. I got a busted front light. I laid her down in a ditch there, trying to get around a fence, out doing some bushcraft stuff. But that's her. She's a beast. It's been my everyday driver all year. I bought it last year for $200. But that's me motorcycle. She's not very fast. She only does about 100 kilometers an hour, wide open downhill with a tailwind. Yeah, so, but that's her. But I can drive her all day at 75, 80 kilometers an hour, no problem. Okay, folks, this is where I'm getting my sticks and twigs. I get started here. Just an old fir tree that's on the ground. Where will I put my fire? I'm going to find some birch here in a minute, get some birch off the birch tree. Let's go find a birch tree. Let's see if we can find a birch tree. Okay. We'll deal with what we got. I'm just going to put down a little base, start my fire on. So. I don't know what the time limit is, and somebody can time it, but fluffing up my, let's see what we can do with this. let's see, 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000, 7 1000, 8 1000, 9 1000, 10 1000, 11 1000, 12 1000, 13 1000, 14 1000, 15 1000, 16 1000, 17 1000, 18 1000, 19 1000, 21 1000, 22 1000, 23 1000, 24 1000, 25 1000, 26 1000, 27 1000, 28 1000, 29 1000, 30 1000. There's 30 seconds, I guess. And there you are, fire. Nothing to it. And this fire is pretty high, right? I'm already chucking off the heat. And I mean, I got enough time to go pick up some more stuff. I didn't have very much prep done when I was doing it, but I mean, there's so many sticks around here that I don't even have to worry about going too far to get too much wood to sustain my fire. But I'd say that was a fire. And I mean, I could get some more sticks and bigger stuff to put on it if I want to. This is Robert from Redneck Survival. Talking to you guys, man. I'll talk to you all later. Have a good one. Set up my cup on my stove. And I'm going to heat up my coffee. And I'll show you what I'm carrying in my pack while it's heating up these days. Just for a quick couple of days out. Again, you guys know what I love these alcohol stoves. I think they're the greatest things going. Hey, there's my sunglasses I couldn't find. I lost them. Of course, you guys seen it before. I don't go too many places out without my fire steel. My buddy gave me just an emergency road flare. I've been using it. We used it last night. I cut a little corner off about like this. Cut a corner off probably right along there. It doesn't really have any smell. It smokes a bit when you burn, and it's not really greasy to the touch. It's almost like wax, but it burnt for a long time, eh? Like 5 minutes that little piece burnt. So I mean, it's you got to start it with a lighter. I never tried it with a ferrocium rod to see if it works, but I've been carrying that around with me for a while. Of course, I got my hot chocolate there. I usually carry coffee, but I'm trying to cut back on the coffee some because I drink way too much of it. Way too much. Of course, I got my little survival kit, my Swiss Army one. This time of year, I've been carrying gloves. These are the rawhide gloves I got. They were like $10 with like 40% off. So, and they got that little finger hole that you can use in them, or you can slip your hand right down inside the big pocket. It fits right in, and even with my other gloves on, like I usually carry and wear nylon gloves. You guys have all seen my mechanics gloves. They I don't go too many places without them. I usually buy them on sale for like $10 a piece, and I mean, they're just everyday work gloves. They're nothing too fancy for a glove, right? They're like a $10 pair of work gloves on sale. You buy them not on sale and they're like $22 or something like that. But they're leather palmed and they're nylon back, so they breathe. Even when they get wet, they dry really fast, like really fast. So they're a good pair of gloves, and I mean, I carry them all winter long. Well, I wear gloves even in the summertime. So of course, I got my torch, my headlamp. This is a Petzl. It's just not an expensive headlamp, but all it's got is an off and on. You see a lot of the headlamps that you get these days, well, when you go to use them, they got red, green, blue, they got click, 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 click. Well, I don't like that. I like off, on. That's what I want. I just want enough light to cook my food, do whatever I need to do. It's got no center strap on it like some of them do, which I kind of don't like, but I mean, it stays on your head. It's got a pivoting head, right? It's not super bright, but for around the camp, and 3 AAA batteries from the dollar store will last, I mean, forever in it, like just months and months and months, right? But it never goes dead. I use it all the time. I mean, it's a good little light for what it costs, 20 or 30 bucks, right? Of course, I got rain pants. I usually don't go too far without my rain pants this time of year, especially on the bike. Just helps keep you warm, right? They're just a $20 pair of Vikings. And of course, I usually carry this time of year some sort of processing tool for either a small buck saw or a hatchet, because this time of year gets cold, hypothermia, you get wet. I mean, it's all right. Try to make fire with a friggin' knife, right? If you got to, you can baton. I usually carry a big knife, like a sidearm, right? This is my Gerber 950, Portland, Oregon, USA steel. It's a good knife. I mean, it's good for baton, and it's good and strong. It's a full tang metal handle. You know, it's a good knife. I mean, you can cut a lot of stuff with it, but with the hatchet, I mean, you just can't beat a hatchet for splitting and chopping and doing that kind of stuff. And again, I usually carry a little buck saw, but I usually don't go anywhere without my hatchet. My hatchet is a full tang metal all the way down. The handle's rubber, but it's metal right to the tip. I drilled a hole in it to put a lanyard in it, so it's metal all the way through, not just rubber. Even if this handle goes, you can wrap it with something, even if you had to wrap it with natural cordage. The hatchet's not going to break. If it breaks, I don't know what you're doing with it, but it's something pretty bad. Of course, my water bottle. Never go anywhere without my water bottle. This is just a 500 milliliter, 1/2 liter, but I've made jar cloth in it. I mean, it's good for boiling, sanitizing water, and of course my cup and stove. I never go anywhere without my cup and stove. Alcohol for my stove, of course, you guys have all seen that. Now my pack, this here is like a emergency. You can either clip this around and carry it like this. You can tie it with a piece of friggin' paracord or whatever, right? You can carry it like this. You can carry it around your neck. You can clip it right to your belt, fasten it right on. This has just basically got all the necessities in it. It's got jute. I got an arrowhead that I made in there out of steel in case I got to make a bow or something. It's got fire starter. It's got a little flashlight. It's got matches. It's got fishing line, you know, 20-pound test and hooks in case you got a fish. It's got one of them small flashlights in there. I don't know if I showed you this before, but this is a super bright flashlight. It actually won't work right at the moment because I got a stopper in there. But it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4.5 volts in this little light, and it'll light up a spot 20, 30 feet away from you and 20 to 30 feet wide. Like, it'll produce a lot of light, and it lasts for a long time. It's a good little flashlight. Now in this compartment, I got, of course, I got 50 feet of paracord, knockoff paracord. I got again tea bags, a few tea bags in there. Because when you're out and you're lost, you're cold, you're wet, it's nice to have a nice warm drink, something that tastes good. So tea, like, of course, I got, you know, I don't know, it's 30 feet of duct tape in case you got to make fletches. Got my compass. There's a compass there. There's a whistle. There's actually tape on this. There's a piece of rope. There's more black tape because black tape is really good for doing up bandages and stuff. It's got a striker on the side of it, like a ferrocium rod, a small one that will work in a pinch for probably 10 or 15, 20 times before it breaks or goes away because it's really, really small. It's got a really loud whistle. I got a bouillon cube because bouillon cubes are just good to have in the woods, right? They make stuff taste pretty good. I got a small knife in there. It's got a saw. It's got scissors. It's got all kinds of stuff. It's got an awl in there. It's got a Phillips head screwdriver, corkscrew, you never know. Surefire. I got 2 or 3 of these fuel things. You can light them. Once you light them, they'll burn for about 10 or 15 minutes. So, you know, this is just a basic kit you can grab. I mean, you can do everything. I carry a 50-gallon drum liner in the back, right? Just in case. 50-gallon drum liner in the back, and that's all that's in there. Just a 50-gallon drum liner, just in case. I really should have an emergency space blanket in here. I just haven't got around to doing it yet, but I mean, it's got the basic necessities in it. So that's basically what I'm carrying. That's almost my everyday carry every time I go in the bush this time of year. Doesn't matter if I'm hunting, whatever. I got all this stuff with me, and you know, if I'm going out hunting, I'm going to be there for a day or so. You know, I got enough stuff, even if I got to spend a 72-hour period in the woods. I mean, I got enough stuff to build traps or whatever. I got to catch some food. Usually this time of year, usually always got a gun with me, because it's just the type of year it is, and you know, and it's hunting season, and I like to have a gun so I can hunt, right? You know, so I got no qualms about having food, but that's basically what I carry. And I carry I carry 2 alcohol stoves with me, just in case. You know, you want to double cook, you want to do double something. It's, you know, you meet up with somebody that needs one, there's one there, right? So that's basically what I got with me, and that's what I carry in my EDC this time of year. And it's like November, I guess it's November 12th or something, 13th. So it's getting late in the season. It's starting to get cold. It's dropping down to like -3, -4, -6 sometimes at night. The wind chill factor can drop it down. You know, it's staying around. It's going up to like +10 and +12 some days, but most days it's staying around 5 or 6. So that's what I got in my EDC, folks. Hope you enjoyed it.